Hello guys, my name is Amit Sani and I welcome you to StudyIQ. This is the PIB analysis video. In the evening these videos come both in Hindi and English, and in the morning the Hindu paper analysis videos they come. And you should not miss any of these lessons. I'm requesting you on a daily basis because these are extremely important lessons, and direct and indirect questions you will get from these lessons, because these are the ultimate sources for UPSC. And you see, the people who are getting selected, they are relying on these important sources only. So you must be sure about that, and you make it sure that you do not miss any lesson till the examination date. So let's start the lesson now. These are the numbers there you can call, and you can ask for these pending courses by StudyIQ, and this is the website here. And the question one that I gave to you yesterday: recently a national seminar on greenery and landscaping was organized by Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. No, it is not correct, because it was organized by CPWD, Central Public Works Department, and it was Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs data, and they were more focused on plantation work, because it was the condition where they were discussing that we do not find open spaces in cities, and greenery is almost missing. Very few trees we see, but they are not sufficient to capture the pollution levels, and it is actually very important to have these kind of open places in all the cities of the world. In developed nations, we find open spaces, greenery, trees, and very beautiful places. But in India, you see everywhere the pile of garbages, and very few places are looking green. So it was regarding that, and mainly on the urban sphere they were discussing these things. So only 2 is the correct answer, and 1 is wrong here. Second, the US holds a 16% share of board voting power, and I'm talking about the World Bank here. You must see the context here, because the president of World Bank, it has been selected, and David Malpass is the person. He was proposed by Trump administration, and you see 16% share is there for US in board voting power, and that is why most of the times the candidate that is proposed by a US administration, that person is selected here for the job. So again, David Malpass from America, he has become the World Bank's president. And you see, it's a Bretton Woods conference, and the headquarters is also there in America. So both are correct options here. Next, Presidential Award of the Certificate of Honor was introduced in the year 1958. That is perfectly correct. To honor the scholars of Sanskrit, Arabic, and Persian language. In the starting, it was started with these 3 important languages, but later it was extended to the Pali and Prakrit also. Next, Maharshi Bhadrayan Vyas Samman. It was started way back in 2002 only. It's a recent award, and conferred on persons above age of 30, not 60. From 30 to 45 is the age group where it is awarded, and the people who are above age of 60, those are awarded under this category. So only 60 plus people are allowed for certificate of honor by president. So both are wrong options here. So D is the answer here. A scheme for the award of certificate of honor was introduced in year 1958. You can see here, for Sanskrit, Arabic, and Persian language. Later extended for Pali and Prakrit also. 60 plus years of age, and 15 awards are there for Sanskrit, 3 for Arabic and Persian, and 1 for Pali and Prakrit under the scheme. So this was the scheme. 50,000 rupees are given, and there must be some changes. Next, Maharshi Bhadrayan Vyas Samman. On Independence Day it is given, as these both are announced for the Independence Day, and classical languages are covered by Maharshi Bhadrayan Vyas Samman. Age group of 30 to 45 is important here. Okay, so remember this difference between both of them. Both are given by president. Next, sustainable energy for all. A very important question this year. There I asked a question regarding the global coalition, cooling coalition, and the stakeholders were coming from Paris Agreement, Sustainable Development Goals, and the Kigali Energy Efficient Program, KSAP, and this Sustainable Energy for All. This SE for All was started as a program in 2011, and the Kigali Program for Energy Efficiency, and that is for the important efficient cooling purpose. All these electric appliances are there, so they are playing a major role in making this climate very hot. Because in this refrigeration processes, the HFCs are released, and Kigali Amendment was regarding the HFCs. So that was also coming together with the SE for all, and they all are working for a global cooling coalition. So that question is extremely important for this year, and this sustainable energy for all. This also may be asked, and it was launched by Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General of United States, United Nations, and headquarters there in Austria's Vienna. Capital is Vienna, and the executive office is there in Washington DC. So these are two different things. Rachel Kite is a person associated with this particular body. Okay. Energy efficiency and renewable energy is important use that should be increased, and the universal energy access. These are three important achievements which they are targeting here. The year of 2012, that was designated as the International Year of Sustainable Energy for All, and just 1 year back it was announced that this would be a body in September 11, and 12 became the Sustainable Energy Year. So that was important. This year was designated by UN's General Assembly. So that was having a lot of importance. And first the alignment was with the Millennium Development Goals till 2015, and now it is with the Sustainable Development Goals. So these details are extremely important. Every year UPSC asks this question, the way they asked last year regarding the Global Climate Alliance, and this year again there was a question regarding a particular body, and bodies that we do not hear much about. So let's take the next question here. Which of the following national parks of India are declared as World Heritage by UNESCO? Kevladev in Rajasthan, in eastern Rajasthan near Bharatpur, it has got this award, and it is very famous for these migratory birds also. And Sundarban National Park in West Bengal is also having this particular tag. Kaziranga in Assam, especially famous for one-horned rhinoceros, it has also got this particular tag declared as a World Heritage by UNESCO, but not Ranthambore. It is also there in eastern Rajasthan, but it has not got this award. So 1, 2, 3 is the correct answer, not the fourth one. These are important natural sites which have got the UNESCO's tag of heritage sites, and one is mixed site, means natural plus cultural both. Kanchenjunga is the highest peak in the Indian administered territory. K2 officially is the highest peak of India. If they ask you what is the highest peak of India, then it would be K2. But which is the highest peak in Indian administered part? Then Kanchenjunga National Park. Oh, sorry, Kanchenjunga Peak, which is there in northern Sikkim near the border of Nepal. So that's important. And this national park around it, this area that is designated as a natural site and the World Heritage Site also. Next information is regarding President's Secretariat, and recently we have heard about the National Institutional Ranking Framework, and their IIT Madras topped that, and today we discussed those details, and I have given you a question regarding that also. And one more is ARIA, Atal Ranking for Institutions on Innovation Achievement. So both are announced by President here, and a very important one. And you see, educational infrastructure, it needs a lot of boost in India. We have major aspirations here, but a lot of things are needed to be done, and increase in the allotment of budget for the education sector is extremely important. Skilling is a major issue, and employment is the next level issue after skilling. Next, Election Commission's information is regarding service voters. Who are service voters? Service voters are those who have service qualification. They include member of armed forces of the Union of India, members of armed police forces of the states serving outside that state, and persons employed under Government of India like ambassadors, high commissioners posted outside India. And as per existing arrangements, member of Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, and all the important paramilitary forces, they all are eligible for to be registered as a service voters. So they all can use proxy voting. They will fill up a form number 13, and they will take it from the returning officer, and they can designate any other person who would vote on their place, and that person, that proxy, should be a registered voter in that constituency. So service voters are gonna play a major part this year's election, because number has risen up to 16,62,993. Okay, so this much high, the numbers, they have risen in last 5 years, and in the last election, last Lok Sabha election, they were only 13,27,000, but this time around 17 lakh service voters are there. So they can change many fates of these candidates. So that is important. And Uttarakhand has the highest share here. Uttarakhand, a very small state, has got around 88,600 service voters. So that's really huge. So it is also there in highlight. Next, regarding the section 126A, as I told you earlier also, it deals with the process of free, fair and transparent elections, and it issues all the guidelines regarding the prohibited period and the ban on these exit polls and all, and there must be a particular decorum which is followed on the social media platform, on the television media, and all the advisories are there for that. And they have declared the prohibited period from 7 AM on 11th April, when this voting would start, up to 6:30 PM on 19th May, Sunday. So this would be the prohibited period, until in this particular time all the advisories would be operationals, and exit polls are not allowed, and no biased informations are not allowed, and they should not manipulate any kind of information, or they should not manipulate people's mind who are going to vote, and that's really very crucial for this nation. Next, founder of homeopathy, we discussed about that, and I told you it's not Rishi Vaidya, it is Dr. Christian Friedrich Samuel Hahnemann. This question may be asked this year. That person came from Germany, and because this time 2-day convention on World Homeopathy Day is going on, and it was inaugurated by Secretary of Ministry of Ayush. There is a separate ministry, as I told you. These are alternative medicinal systems, and important council is also there for homeopathy research, and they are going to announce a lot of scholarships, a lot of important programs and important research areas they are discussing. So all luminaries from a national platform, from international bodies and educational institutes, they all have come together in this convention, and homeopathy would be very important topic this year. Next, information regarding Election Commission. First phase of Lok Sabha poll is going to start on 11th of April. Advisories are open now, and 91 parliamentary constituencies in 20 states, they will go to polls. And you see, one more important information, all people are focused on the Lok Sabha election. There are assembly elections which are also happening in Andhra Pradesh, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh and Odisha's assembly. And you see, they are going for the first phase on 11th of April. So that is also happening simultaneously. Now these are the questions. Try to find their answers and look for the additional data, additional informations, and they are going to be very helpful. And direct or indirect questions certainly will be there, because these are the most reliable sources. Send me a request there, you will get the PDF here, and I would approve. Thanks a lot. Keep watching. It was Amit Sani.